You kind of take your mind back. Perhaps possibly you went to college or to university, and this advice that we're going to give now is valuable advice I wish I had as a student. I attended university right here in my hometown of Manchester, and a Freshers Week, as you may know, is in full swing. So many students maybe getting a new set of friends. They might be thinking to yourself, can I actually dance? But also as well, it means night out on the town, and Freshers Week has begun. But there is the fun, but also it is a time to stay safe and to stay savvy. I'm joined in the studio with Eddie Adudu, who is from the Manchester Lounge in the Printworks, and the club has been going for 18 years, so he has got some valuable advice. Good morning to you, Eddie.
Yeah, good morning.
Now, I know that your club is open until the very early morning, so thank you very much for coming here. But we're going to start off with talking about a night out for Freshers Week. What would you say is one of the most common mistakes that you see freshers getting into on a night out, especially if it's a first-time clubbing?
The biggest thing is, and I'm not being sexist or nothing, is girls leaving their phones on the bar.
Right.
Or unattended, should I just say. Obviously, could be grown women, could be men as well. You know, it's not just women who leave the phones, but girls are more, what's the word, trusting. They think, you know, it'd be alright, just leave it for 1 second and then go up to dance or nip to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ladies like to spend time in the bathroom, but often one of them might just leave it just on the end of the bar or somewhere, or where they were sat.
I remember, and I know that when I went to university, we didn't have mobile phones at that time. I'm showing my age here. But the other good thing is, when you go out, to make sure that your phone's charged. And if you are someone that's got a pay-as-you-go phone, you've got credit on there as well, so you can make that emergency call.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, a lot of people now have got the apps on the phone. I would advise somebody, always have it fully charged. Have somebody know where you're going, even if it's just a case of some of your flatmates will be going out with you, or it might just be your sister or your brother at home. You know, let them know, or tonight we're intending to go this venue or that venue.
Yeah.
But if your phone, everything's on your phone now, that's the key number one thing. Obviously don't lose your phone, but make sure it's fully charged.
We had this thing when I was at university, girls' code. So whoever you go out with, you come home with. Is that something that you would promote in the clubbing scene, to make sure that you're going home with the people that you've come, or make sure that your friends get home safe at least?
Yeah, 100%. In this day and age, it is more imperative. There's lots of, excuse the phrase, wrong-uns around. But sorry to say it, but even males, yeah, it's just as, you know, vital that they're also in safe groups, that people aren't trying to spike the drinks, which we'll come to in a second. But spiking the drinks is something which the police and the council, male or female, have been trying to target for the last 2-3 years. So it's very important that you stay together, whether you're male or female.
Yeah, with the Manchester Lounge, you're actually introducing a cover that goes over your drinks, isn't it, to protect from spiking?
Yeah, obviously.
Sorry, I've just given out your business idea, haven't I? But it is something that other clubs need to tally on to here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a paper mesh, what you can just buy a standard, when you buy a standard drink, and just put it over, and it's just like a napkin. Mm-hmm. And then you just pop your straw in the middle of it. Obviously, from there we could obviously print stuff on the top of it, so it's just like a coaster on top of your drink. But at least that way, nobody can then pop anything inside it.
Mm-hmm. With that in mind, if you are going to a club that hasn't got that, what's the other safety aspect of keeping your drink safe when you're out? But also as well, this is a double question, knowing your limit, because if it's your first time clubbing and you've only had a snowball or a cherry bee when it's Christmas, or a glass of Prosecco, you don't know what you can have with to get to that point of being intoxicated. How do you stay safe?
Yeah, two things, and I'm sounding old now. I'm a bit of an old man now. We've had the club for that long, but eat before you come out. Obviously, a lot of I'm not being sexist, but a lot of ladies will try fit into that nice outfit.
And men.
That's what I'm
try
saying.
to zip up your trousers.
What you're saying. But yeah, male or female, eat before you go out. You know, obviously you don't want a big stomach before you go out, but food absorbs, you know, the alcohol. And that's why I would say that, you know your limits. Eat before you go out. And then the key thing when you're there, hold on to your drinks. I know you want to go out, just have a quick vape or a quick cigarette, but something's at home, just nip to the toilet, but hold on to your drinks, because obviously people doing naughty things.
Yeah.
You know, it could be anywhere.
With Manchester City Centre, it's kind of grown from since I was a student there, because we had like the student union. You also had the clubs that were associated with students, but now it's kind of, Manchester is just so bustly that there's so many clubs that are happening around. What would you say of having like a meeting point, or knowing where those safe points are in Manchester? I don't know where they are now, but if you want some safety tips to give to people that are coming to Manchester to club for the first time, where are those points that they need to look out for?
Well, even now, the main student areas would have been Deansgate Locks, which is not as busy as it used to be, but going towards Oxford Road, you know, the main landmarks near the Ritz or just past the Ritz, that's fine. And again, a lot of people are staying near the student areas, i.e. Fallowfield, so it used to be like Queen of Hearts on the corner there. And again, if you're at the Printworks, everything's cameraed up at the Printworks, but there's not as many nightclubs at the Printworks as there used to be, but those are the main hubs.
Yeah, I remember that my parents always used to say to me, even though I was at uni here in Manchester and was at home for that point, is to always have some emergency money on you in cash. So whether that is you put it in your shoe or it's in your bra, it's somewhere safe. So you've got that tenner in case you've lost your cards or you've lost your phone that's got your wallet on. So that was one of my pointers. But the other thing as well, with public transport and with also getting an Uber or a taxi, what's your advice on that, from getting that in the city centre?
Yeah, before we get into the public transport, yeah, even though we said charge your phone before you go out, there's lots of venues who are now trying to encourage people, if they do need to charge the phone, if the battery is low. I know, sometimes DJ, you get people coming up, oh, can I charge my phone? But actively at the bar and reception, we allow people to charge their phone. So that people can either share your location or then just use the app to like get home on the Uber. But we also have a relationship with certain taxi firms where we would phone the taxi on the way out. Yeah. This is some of what we introduced many years ago with the council, where if we can see somebody, you know, they're on their own or they don't look like they can make their way on, we'll phone the taxi for them.
With you being open for 18 years, I can see how you've got all of this experience. How is it that are you celebrating this milestone of 18 years in a nutshell?
Well, yeah, I think you should say that. 25th of October, we are going to be doing an 18 years celebration during the day. Obviously, some of us are a bit old now. We're 18 years being there, so we've got something during the day from 1:30 till 6:30, which will be a daytime brunch, you know, responsible drinking, so it's a bottomless brunch, drinking, rum, and food, and lots of like slow jams, R&B. And then for the younger crowd, you know, I'm not saying we're old, but the ones who want to stay out till 7 in the morning, from 10 o'clock, we got an anniversary gala. Amazing. Which is a red carpet fair, which should be good.
Eddie, thank you so much for coming on and speaking. As I said, when I was a student, I would have loved to have this information. So that is for children or your grandchildren that might be starting college or uni, giving you some good advice to keep them safe when they go out in the evening.